Alright, everyone, welcome back. So, today we're going to be talking about a project in New York City that I would almost consider a second Hudson Yards. And I'm just saying this because it is a very large redevelopment of an area similar to how Hudson Yards is. Now, it's different as in it's not built directly over a train yard where there was no development. This is over a train yard technically, but it's already developed. And this is the Penn Station slash Empire Station redevelopment and reconstruction project. Now, this is a very confusing project for many reasons, as there are different plans, things that are currently going on, things planned, things in proposal and development, currently under construction. Pretty much a complete mess of absolutely everything. But the overall idea and vision for the area is a redevelopment of the area with many new buildings being built, as well as the reconstruction slash updating and renovation of the actual Penn Station. So I'm just going to talk about this a little bit here. We have a few, renderings of it here. As you can see. Now, the what is currently under construction is the actual Penn Station. It is currently going through remodeling right now, which has been long overdue, as the current Penn Station is absolutely terrible and has been, in major need of a renovation for a long time. So this is going on currently, and obviously this is going to be much better. It's going to let in a lot of natural light, be much more open, much newer, cleaner, obviously with better amenities and stuff like that, as well as I think some track expansions to allow for ease of congestion. But that's kind of the overall pin for that. That's kind of what's going on with the actual station itself. Now, what's more interesting from this channel wise is what is supposed to be going on around the station. So this is a plan. This is basically the Empire Station plan, or whatever, for a pretty big redevelopment all around where Penn Station and Madison Square Gardens is, with multiple office building, retail building, and lots of buildings going up around. So this is kind of the plan for it. Now, this is not currently under construction. I think this is still basically just proposed slash planned. I don't think it is. It might be approved. I might be wrong. It was very hard to find details on this. I did want to make a video about it still, but it was very hard for me to find details about this, which was kind of unfortunate. I could not find much about like the current state of this plan or not. So I know the timeline for it is a very, very long timeline. It's like 2030. It's 2030 for the whole thing to be finished, sort of thing, if they were going to construct these buildings. So that would be kind of the timeline we're talking about here. But here's kind of the plan, or whatever, for the actual building. So you can see we have a few, we have a few super talls here. We have, what is this, 8 different skyscrapers that would be constructed, with 2 of them being super talls. Actually, would that be 3? Actually, maybe 3 being super talls. It doesn't say the height on some of those. And then a couple that are close, and as well. You can see kind of the plan for what they would be used for mainly is office, which is a little interesting. As you can see, there's nothing planned for residential, which is very odd because obviously residential is the main thing that's booming in New York City right now. Now that being said, a lot of people talk about the commercial real estate collapse and offices not having, an office collapse. Now that is true for Class B and under offices, but Class A and trophy offices, that is not happening at all. Those are in just the same amount of demand as ever, especially in places like New York City. That's why you see buildings like One Vanderbilt completely full. Occupancy rate is up, near like 100%. That was built very recently, like 2021. JP Morgan Chase building going up right now. Those are considered almost a tier above Class A offices, and those are still in high demand because the companies renting and leasing from those are doing extremely well. So buildings like that are still in very high demand, which is what I'm sure this would be, because almost all new office is considered that, basically, that goes up. So there could be some demand for this, but I would see, honestly, if they do actually do this project, I can see them switching a lot of this over to residential. Probably like half of it, maybe even more, over to residential, because it would just make a lot more sense for the current state of New York. So that's why I'm a little bit concerned about this program, or not concerned, but I'm not sure if this is really ever going to be done. It would actually be a good project, though. This is I wouldn't say underdeveloped part of New York City, because that's just not possible. But this isn't a super high dense area. I mean, it's basically in between Hudson Yards and what's gone on over there, where they've built that up a ton, and then between the rest of Midtown. So this would kind of bridge it over. So this isn't like a crazy high dense area right now. So it would actually make sense. It's a good spot to build right around the station. Really easy public transportation options. You're right next to Madison Square Gardens. This would make a good, this is a great place to build, to be honest. So that is actually not terrible, but yeah, we'll see if this ever even happens though, because of just delays. The way this is kind of city funded, basically, slash a city plan. Who knows how long this could take. So yeah, just thought this would be interesting to talk about. Unfortunately, there isn't much in terms of details about this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and give me your thoughts on this. See you in the next one.